Hello, thank you for joining me today. I will be showing you how to make the base of this flip journal that has 4 pockets, 1 tuck, a hidden clip, and plenty of room to add more. You can choose to follow along or watch me first and make your own modifications. The materials that you will need are one 12 by 12 page. I recommend using double-sided. If you use single-sided, you'll have more blank pages to cover. You'll need a ruler, a pencil, scissors, and 1¼ inch paper clip. If you do not have this size, the maximum length you can use will be 2 inches. The following are optional: a large circle punch, a small circle punch, a corner rounder, a scoring board, and a paper trimmer. To begin, choose which part of the design to use as your cover. You can choose the upper right corner, the bottom right corner of the front, or of the back of the page. Then orientate the design to the top. From this position, if you chose to use the upper right corner, cut the page at 5½ inches from the left. And if you chose to use the upper right corner, cut the page at 6½ inches from the left. I will be using the upper right. I will be trimming my page down at 5½ inches. You will now have 2 pages, one that is 5½ inch tall and one that is 6½ inch tall. Choose which left side design you would like to use, from the front or on the back. I am going to use the back side because I want my pages to alternate. Then trim 2 inches off the end. Save this piece. We are going to start scoring the back side of the page that is 6½ inches tall. If you do not have a scoring board, you can use a ruler and a pencil. You can draw where I'm going to score and use the lines as a guide to fold and cut. Score at 3 inches all the way down and at 6½ inches all the way down. Turn your page counterclockwise and score at the 1 inch all the way down to the first score line. And stop at the first score line. Then at the second score line, you're going to move in 1/2 inch and score all the way to the bottom. Take your scissors, from the 1 inch rectangle that you created with the score lines, cut at the first score line up to that 1 inch line. If you can, cut out the score line, so cut on both sides of the score line and remove the piece like so. Whoops. If you use the pencil, then just cut so that the line is a little bit wider. Then the small rectangle at the end here, cut that off entirely. And once again, I like to cut along the score line that is closest to the project. That way, it'll look a lot cleaner once I start folding. Now, fold the right side over, following the score line, and fold the left side to the back. Take out your corner rounder. I'm using the 1/2 inch and round the top like so. And when you open it, this is what it will look like. Take this flap, the one you scored at 1 inch, and fold it down. Now take the piece that you saved and choose which side you'd like to use. I'm going to use the green side to contrast here. Fold the piece in half and cut right down the middle. And fold it in half again. You use the corner rounder and round the 2 corners right there. Put the design you want to use on the inside and fold it in half, like so. Grab your paper clip and put the short side of the paper clip on top. If you're using the 2-inch paper clip or something that's longer, what you will need to do is find the long edge. You can see this side that is completely smooth versus this side is short right here. So a long side like that, and you're going to find the middle and bend it like a V. There you are, just like that. You see how it looks like a V. And what you will need to do is you might need to flip it over. Put this small end, just like how we did with the smaller paper clip. There you are. So you'll have one side that is like this, looks almost like a heart, and one side that is like this. Then put all the glue at the back here and glue it to the center underneath this flap, just like this. And then you'll use glue on here, glue the flap down, hold it, and bend this up and glue that down. I'm going to use the shorter paper clip, but doing it like this will work as well. Okay, I'm going to start gluing again, although all the back, as much glue as you can to keep that paper clip down. Make sure it's centered. And then make sure this is centered as well. I like to fold the flap down just so that I know it's close enough, but it won't prevent the flap from going all the way down. Once that is dried, put glue all over here on that side, in between the paper clip. Fold this down and fold that up and hold it down to dry. Now you have a hidden clip. Next, you glue down this side and down the bottom of this flap. If you try to stay close to the edge, then your pocket will be a lot more roomier. All right, and this should fold over to the center. Now take your small circle punch and you can mark with your pencil if you like, just about a 1/4 inch in at the diagonal. And with the small cord or the small circle punch, line it up until you see the mark and punch. And you'll have this little cute design like that. Now this page is done. Put this aside. Next, you will be using the one where you chose the cover, the 5.5 inch tall. You need to score at 4 inches, 6.5 inches, and 9 inches all the way down. Flip it over, and at the 1/2 inch from the left, score down to 2 inches and stop. Get your pencil and mark at the 2.5 inch. Take your scissors and cut that little score, the little short score line that you just made. And stop where it stops. Then from the mark, angle it to the end of your cut and snip. You should now have something that looks like this. And again, this is the back side. And this was your front side. And we are going to be working on the back side. You're going to do a zigzag fold starting with the valley like this, a V, and then a mountain fold like so. So this, the second score line goes like a mountain, and then the last score line is like a valley again. Go over and just make sure you burnish all of your folds. Grab a pencil and again, at this corner of your cover, mark a 1/4 inch from the corner and a 1/4 inch from the corner on this side and a 1/4 inch, a 1/4 inch from the corner here. Grab the small circle punch and punch those corners that we marked. Now grab the large circle punch and we're going to punch along this edge here, right in the center. And one more. So this is the first page, and on the second page, first, second, here you can mark the center. But when you punch, I would recommend punching about 2 to 3 millimeters to the left of the center. So again, a large circle punch. And we're just going to offset it by a little bit. Sorry, my light fell. Grab your glue and see where you folded this mountain right here, this flap here. we're going to glue that down and make a pocket. So glue on this side and the other side just up to the score line right on the edge and fold it over. Hold it there a little bit for it to dry. Now at the back here, you glue on this edge and at this bottom. And fold that back. There you go. Now grab your other part. This is going to go right inside like so. You're going to glue along the edge here on the left side of the score line. And this next part here is optional. You glue along the bottom, but the part that's optional is here. You can leave this pocket open if you are going to put bigger things in or thicker things, or you can just glue this part here and it'll just become an enclosed pocket for something a little bit smaller. I am going to leave mine unglued right here, or not glued. Okay, so again, open this, and you got to be quick because once you put the glue all the way down and at the bottom and put this in, you got to make sure you align it nicely and that all of your flaps still open and close. Sometimes if the glue sticks to the paper, it dries really fast. Okay, make sure the bottoms are lined up. Even if it's a little bit crooked, it's okay. Nobody will know. Like mine is totally crooked. This glue dries way too fast. All right. There. Now you have this little piece left. I'm going to flip all the way to the back here at this page with the side pocket and use the corner rounder and round the outermost edge like so. Then glue on the back side, this side and the bottom side, the inner side and the bottom side. This will become your tuck. And don't put it too close to the edge because it might not close as nicely, but it can go pretty close. And that will be your tuck. Okay, we are done. So we have our front pocket right there. On this page here, you can add more pockets or tucks or decorate however you want. This here is the hidden paper clip, a top loading pocket, then our tuck and our side pocket, and another top loading pocket. And at the back, you can decorate however, add more pockets. You can now do your own measurements and add the cards in on your own, or you can stay and I will give you the measurements of what I use for these cards. To make the cards, you will need a page that is at least 11 inches long by 6 3/4 inches wide. You can use a letterhead A4 or another 12 by 12 page. Note the orientation of the page and the direction of your pattern. Turn the page to the side. Make sure the part you want to keep is at least 6 3/4 inches tall. Trim at 6 3/4 inches. Turn your page back to the correct orientation. If your page is 11 inches long, then this next step shouldn't matter. If it is longer, decide whether you want to start cutting from the left to the right or the right to the left. You'll be left with 1 inch that you can use for something else. I want to keep this side, so I will be starting from this side. Trim your first piece at 2 inches. Then at 2.5. And at 3. Then lastly at 3.5. There you are. Now the one that is 3 inches, leave that alone. Put it to the side. The one that is at 2 inches, trim it down to 6 inches. The one that is 2.5 inches, we trim down to 5.5 inch. And lastly, the one that is 3.5 will trim down to 5. Now we have all the cards that go inside the pocket of the journal. You can cut, trim it, and style it however you like. The first one is 2.5 inches. That one goes right in the front. Then we have the 3-inch one that goes into that pocket. The thinnest one at 2 inches will go into this one here. Then the last one is 3.5, and that goes into this side pocket here. You'll be left with a couple extra pieces. You can use them to decorate, or you can use them to make more tucks or more pockets. And don't forget about this hidden clip here that you can attach other papers and ephemera. You can use it here, or you can use at the back as another pocket. You have now completed the base of the journal. Thank you for crafting along with me. If you like the project and would like to continue to support me, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. You can stay a little longer and we can decorate the journal together. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Happy crafting. Thank you for sticking around. The labels I use to decorate these flip journals are listed on my Ko-Fi for free. Don't forget to share this project with a friend. Bye!